Did you know that one random act of kindness can change your life? My name is Bowen, and I'm going to tell you my story and how a complete stranger's act of generosity to me started a domino effect that literally changed the trajectory of my whole life. Back in 2019, I had made a decision to try to go after music one more time, and after several months of work, I got noticed online and got invited to participate in one of these online talent shows. This happened to be on Twitch. I think it was called the Austin Show, and I went through a couple of rounds, did pretty well. I didn't even have a real microphone at this point. I was using a rigged setup, and I would just play random stuff on the fiddle, no backing tracks or anything. I didn't have the equipment for it. And somehow I made it through to the semifinals, and I did not win. It was a $20,000 prize, I think, prize pool, and I didn't win. I finished just outside of the money, maybe at number 8 or 9. And one of the judges said to me during the finals that, hey, have you ever heard of a looper or a loop machine? I think if you tried something like that, you could really go far in this type of thing. And I Googled it right away, and I was like, man, that's like $500, this particular machine he was talking about. And after the show, I left my stream on and had some people coming in and out to tell me they enjoyed the performance. And this random user who I've never met to this day, and I had never heard of at this point, and the username was Fatty Melon, sent me a $500 tip. A $500 tip, and said, go out there and buy it. I believe in what you're doing. And I could not believe it. Nothing like that had ever happened to me before. And so I did. I went out there and I bought it that day. I went and bought it online, got it in the mail a few days later. Started practicing with it, and the next summer, at the end of that year, the fall of 2020, I got invited to do another one of these. And this was through another kind of gaming company that was looking for people that were online with talent. And so I had this loop machine, and I went and did it, and I lost again. I made it through to the finals, and I lost again. Was pretty discouraged. I finished just outside of the money. However, somebody who I've gotten to know through the streaming community, his name is Tyler Levs, did win. I think he won $10,000, and he sounded so good, so good. And so I messaged him on Instagram. I had never messaged him before, and told him congratulations and asked him how he was getting his sound that good. Because at this point I had a microphone, but nothing else. And he said, oh, you need a mixing board. You should try this mixing board I use. It's got some onboard effects. I was like, oh, awesome. Thank you for that wonderful piece of information. And so I go out there and I look on Amazon, and I'm like, dang, it's like $250, which was a lot. And so I mentioned it during a stream about a week later. I said, all right, I'm going to work towards this piece of equipment, and I think it would be so cool because I can play over tracks, and it's really going to elevate the sound quality. And another anonymous stranger, I kid you not, who I've never seen in my stream before or since, sent a $250 Amazon.com gift card to my inbox that night at about 2 a.m. I got up the next morning and saw it. And all it said was, I believe in you. Get what you need. This is a true story. And so I did. I went and got this piece of equipment, and I remember it came over the holidays. And so 2021, I had this brand new piece of equipment, and because my sound quality, I really believe this, had improved so dramatically, and I was able to do a lot more. Well, my online numbers started growing dramatically. I went from less than 5,000 followers on Instagram to over 100,000 very quickly. TikTok started blowing up for me. 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers, 400,000 followers. And at about that mark, I got invited to do another talent show called TikTok's Greatest Talent. And I almost didn't do it because I was discouraged. I was like, man, this is a waste of time. I've already lost twice before. And I really wanted to try to do my own full-length album. And on the very last day of the deadline, I recorded this video, which I will stitch at the end of this one. And I used the loop machine to make this video because it had to be 100% original. And I sent it in at the 11th hour. I got invited. I made it through a few rounds, made some new friends, and all of a sudden, I find myself in the finals with the biggest prize pool yet of $25,000. And when you know it, I won that thing. I won that thing in the summer of 2021 with my family all upstairs watching. I'm in my studio competing live in front of thousands of people, and I won. And I won $25,000, which gave me the push I needed to be able to fund a full-length album on my own. And this all started with one complete stranger's generosity to me and believing in me and saying, go get what you need. I believe in you. And it really did change my entire life. Of course, now, I've got a pretty good sized following on social media, all that kind of stuff. I've got my full-length album coming out in just a couple of days. And I guess the point of the story is that I know it's really difficult, especially as an independent musician, some days to keep going. But this is my message to you, to keep going and to not give up. And if you have the means and are able, show some kindness today. You could change your life. Let's do a fiddle beat. Let's go. Got some drums. Slow it down. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Hey, I see you in the dark. I knew it was you before you came. I see just who you are. Yeah, girl, I know your real name. Let's go.